Hello, dividend executives. We are back at it again this week, and we are going over the purchases we made last week and how it affected our dividend income, a little bit of forecasting, and then also we have switched over from the dividend tracker over to Purple Brick. A buddy of mine started this app, and we are in full support of it, and I love the app. So we are going to go through the app a little bit. We're going to look at it, and we're going to look at the projected account income and some other things. So if we look here, we can see that the total account value is sitting just over $1,000. The dividend income for the year is $68.09, so already getting to a pretty nice dividend. Before you know it, we're going to be at $100 a month in dividend income. Yield on cost, 6.24%. The dividend yield, 6.35%. And we have 10 holdings. The 11th holding is obviously just our cash that we have on hand. So if we look here, our highest bucket, or the most amount of money that we have in the stock market, is $299, sitting for SCHD, VTI at $169, JEPI at $95, JEPQ at $95, Main at $82, O at $82, and then the rest just slowly go down the list. So we got to do some balancing to the account as we continue to go forward. And then again, as always, I'm buying VTI every day. And then SCHD is my other backbone to the account, because this is a dividend account. We got to keep it on the dividend side of things. So we will continue to add to those, but that's just a little breakdown of the holdings we have, the amount of value. And then a cool feature here is we can actually look at the dividend yield. So if you look at this, you could see obviously like JEPI's higher, SCHD's pretty decent. The covered call funds are making the most. And then we get down into the REIT section. Some 9s, 6s, AGNC up at the 13, so a huge one there. And then obviously the cash at the bottom. And then the yield on cost. The cool part about this is I tied this to the actual Robinhood account, so every single week this will automatically update. I won't have to manually update anything. And it'll go through and it'll update the yield on cost, the dividend yields as things change, and then the dividend income as well. If we jump over to this first tab, this kind of breaks it down. This is a cool feature here as well. You can look at your quarterly, your monthly, your daily, your hourly. Last week we were at 52 and some change. I think 52.57 for last week, and then this week we're at 68.09 on the annual income side of things. So we definitely added a lot. Last week we made $275 worth of purchases throughout the week, and including Friday's purchases. So we added a good chunk to the account, and you can already see that the dividends are starting to creep in. It's kind of cool looking at the daily amount. So I mean, obviously you're not getting paid every single day, but if you were to average out your dividend payments throughout the year, 19 cents a day, it's a pretty cool paycheck every day. That's making money while you sleep, if you think about it. And then so yeah, this shares the share count obviously, and then how much you're making on a yearly basis, or you can toggle through this quarterly, hourly. So I'm probably not on hourly on any of these. Yeah, I don't have enough. But on the daily, you can see like JEPQ pays me 3 cents a day, SHD 3 cents a day, JEPI 2 cents a day. So pretty cool feature here if you wanted to make like different types of goals in terms of years or quarters or months. And then let's look here. This is one of my favorite features here. So this is our future dividend payouts. It gives you so much information, and it makes things really, really easy. So if you're looking at the month of March, it's saying we're going to make roughly $8.31. Keep in mind, as we continue to add money to the account, if it's past the ex-dividend date, it will obviously not pay out for March, but this gives us, a nice synopsis and makes things really easy. A cool feature here too is if you wanted to look at, well, what's the next dividend? I don't know what that is. So you go in here and you click in, let's say JEPI, you can see, all right, it was declared on December 30th. The ex-dividend date was on March 1st. So you had to have purchased the shares and owned them before March 1st in order to get the payout for this month. And then you can see that the payment came through on March 6th of 2023. So I had 1.746 shares, paid out of 41 cents per share, and 72 cents in total for JEPI. But this is a really cool feature, and you can see some of the bigger paying dividend dates. And then when on the estimated, the reason why you see estimated, let's jump into it. Boom. The payment hasn't hit yet. So this will come next week, early next week. Or it'll probably either fall on the Friday or the Monday. Probably the Monday, I would assume, because March 12th is March 12th is on a Sunday, so it'll fall on the next business day. But yeah, so this is a cool feature here. It does all the estimating for you. It'll give you forecasts for the entire year. We could even go to like April, and this will be all of our monthly payers. Obviously, we won't have the quarterly payers in here. And you're like, okay, well, I really want to add to my JEPI for next month. No problem. Come in here, you look and say, all right, so I need to purchase all the shares that I need to purchase by March 30th to be safe. And if I do that, those will all be included on next month's dividend payout. So yeah, you can go into the future and you can forecast and look. Really cool feature. And then one feature here as well, we can slide over here and you can see, all right, well, where are my heavy dividends coming in? Obviously ours are coming in on that quarterly basis, right? Because we got VTI and we got ASCHD, two of our largest holdings in the account. Those are going to pay on a quarterly basis. So you can see on June, September, December, that's when the big ones are coming in, right? So even if we jump to June, you can see 797 is forecasted, and you can kind of see a bunch of the forecasted amounts here. Because these are monthly dividend payers, they have an algorithm or some type of formula that's taking the dividends that were just paid, and then they're projecting out to the future. Now, as dividends are declared and the companies are releasing information on how much the dividends will actually be, we will get an update here in the app. So another cool feature there. Pretty sweet. And then you also can do some projecting here as well, which is pretty cool. Let's say, like, for me, like, obviously I'm doing a minimum of $100 a week in this account, so you could come in here and say, like, let's just do like 750, and we're gonna go like a conservative 6% a year. And if we did that for 20 years, our future dividend income calculator is saying we would have $446 of annual income. And that's, let me change this. Sorry, did $7.50. I'm like, that's not right. There we go. $750 a month at 6% return for 20 years with a 6.35 dividend yield would give us $22,353 of annual income. That is a huge amount of money. I mean, that's almost $2,000 a month, to be honest with you. So we can make some big progress here just by adding the $750 a month, which doesn't seem like a lot, but over 20 years you can see it compounds. Even if we did, let's take a look at 30 years. Wow, 48,000. That's crazy. So I mean, you can see the power of dividends over time. If you continually are adding to your account, you're continually making investments. You'd be surprised how fast it could stack up. So that's my synopsis for this week. We added a lot last week. We are going to be back at it again this week. Really trying to grow this account as quick as I can, while also being like just like a regular every week. I can hit $100 a week or $200 a week. I want to make it consistent, something that I'm not setting goals that can't be achieved throughout the entire year. Because as you know, the goal, if you're new here, is to get to $100 a month in pure dividend income. And I'm going to try to do it in 2023, and it's going to take me between $8,000 and $10,000 to do it. So we are well on our way. If we take the $10,000 mark, we're already 10% of the way. So these dividends will start to kick in, as you saw. They'll start to kick in pretty quickly. $4, $8, $4. So they're going to slowly start adding to the position, all with me not having to lift a single finger. So if you appreciate the content, you want to watch me go through this journey, I make a video every single Friday of buying assets live. I make a video every single Monday trading options on a small account, and usually every Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I'll make a video giving an update for the week, how much we added to the income, and how we are looking. So appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time, and happy investing.